Hello, my name is Justice Owens, and I'm a student at Grand Canyon University, and I'll be making a video today discussing the focuses of ethical issues in research surrounding communication. Scientific communication in healthcare is a challenging process that involves principles rooted in ethics, accuracy, and transparency. As healthcare professionals, our responsibility extends beyond delivering information to ensuring that communication aligns with the ethical guidelines and standards. In this video, we will talk about the principles such as clarity, objectivity, and avoidance of bias, and how to maintain the integrity of scientific communication. For starters, the purpose of this discussion is to identify and explore the principles of scientific communication in healthcare. We will talk about the ethical considerations, emphasizing the importance of accurate and transparent information to prevent misinformation and potential harm, by exploring various ways such as clear presentation, objectivity, and peer review. Explore the knowledge and skills that healthcare professionals need to navigate the complexities of scientific communication. Consideration that identifies the principle of scientific communication in healthcare provides accurate and transparent information to avoid misinformation and potential harm. This ensures that communication aligns with the established ethical guidelines and standards within the scientific community. Some other ways to help identify scientific communication is having clear ideas, findings, and avoiding complications. Try using precise language to convey information accurately, as accuracy is important. By presenting information truthfully and ensuring that the data, results, and conclusions are based on rigorous scientific evidence. Avoid misleading interpretations or exaggerations. Objectivity, communicating without bias, and maintaining an impartial perspective, while acknowledging and disclosing any potential conflicts or interests that may influence the research or communication. Presenting concise information while focusing on essential details. Try avoiding unnecessary details that may distract from the main message. Organizing information in a logical sequence allows for a clear and coherent structure. Typically, scientific communication includes the sections of the research question, methods, results, and conclusions. This class has taught me that peer review is important. Being able to submit research for peer review by experts in your field or coworkers helps ensure that quality and accuracy of scientific communication by providing constructive feedback and evaluation. Being able to tailor communication to intended audience, adjusting language or level of detail to match their knowledge and understanding. Consider the needs of both specialized and general audience. Using a clear and effective visual aid such as a graph, chart, or a table to enhance the presentation of the data. Ensure that visuals are appropriately labeled and complete the written content. Ethical considerations adheres to the ethical standards in research and reporting. Protecting participants' confidentiality by obtaining informed consent while maintaining honesty and integrity in all aspects of scientific communication. Staying open to feedback, actively seeking opportunities for improvement, and adapting to new information and changing standards in your field. Next, we will address the ethical implications of human research within the allied healthcare profession. Prioritizing informed consent, confidentiality, and the well-being of participants are crucial aspects that demand attention. We will discuss the ethical considerations that must guide allied health professionals in conducting research responsibly with respect for rights and dignity of the participants. Healthcare professionals should prioritize informed consent, ensuring that patients fully understand the research purpose, procedures, and potential risk. Protecting participants' confidentiality, privacy, and considering the potential impact of the research on the vulnerable populations. Ethical implications in human research have crucial considerations for all healthcare professionals, including those in allied health professions. Allied health professionals involved in research must ensure that participants provide voluntarily and informed consent before participating. This involves providing clear and understandable information about the research purpose, procedures, potential risk, and benefits. While healthcare professionals must respect the autonomy and decision-making of all participants, individuals have the right to refuse participation or withdrawal from the study at any time without facing negative consequences. Allied health, Allied healthcare professionals have the responsibility to maximize benefits and minimize harm to all participants. This ensures that the participants' well-being and safety are the main priority. Confidentiality and privacy is important as well. The safeguarded confidentiality of participants means protecting their privacy and their data that should be anonymous whenever possible to prevent the identification of individuals being leaked. Moving forward, we will talk about the ethical issues surrounding communication during research in the allied healthcare field. This includes maintaining open and honest communication, avoiding bias, and upholding diversity in participant demographics. Also, the importance of ongoing monitoring, addressing unforeseen ethical concerns promptly, and avoiding special attention to vulnerable populations. The ethical consideration is to maintain open and honest communication with all parties, including participants and colleagues, clearly communicating the purpose and potential benefits of the research while addressing any concerns or uncertainties. Ensure that data handling and dissemination adhere to privacy and confidentiality standards. Ethical implications in human research is crucial for all healthcare professionals. Allied health professionals must ensure that the recruitment and participation of the research subjects are fair and unbiased. Avoiding bias and ensuring diversity in participant demographics contributes to the ethical conduction of research. While researchers and allied healthcare professionals should disclose any potential conflicts of interest that could influence the research or its outcomes. Transparency in financial, professional, and personal relationships is essential to maintaining the research's integrity. Healthcare providers are expected to conduct research responsibly, adhering to the ethical guidelines and standards set by regulatory bodies. This includes obtaining proper approvals, conducting studies, and complying with the Institutional Review Board requirements. Ethical considerations should extend beyond the initial approval phase. Healthcare professionals must conduct ongoing monitoring of research projects to ensure continued compliance with ethical standards. If unforeseen ethical concerns arise during the study, they should be addressed promptly and reported as necessary. Special attention must be given to vulnerable populations, such as children, pregnant women, or individuals with diminished decision-making capability. Extra precautions and ethical considerations are necessary to protect the rights and well-being of these groups of people. Next, we will talk about the effective communication within the scope of practice in healthcare, from establishing a personal connection with patients and families to maintaining professionalism with colleagues. The video will provide practical insights into adopting effective communication in diverse healthcare settings. Effective and appropriately communicating with patients, families, and other healthcare providers is essential in the allied healthcare field. When doing so, it's important to begin interactions with a warm greeting and introduction. Use open and friendly body language to create a comfortable atmosphere. Establish a personal connection by addressing patients and their families by their preferred names. Paying close attention to participants and families, allowing them to express concerns and validating their feelings and concerns. Use reflective listening techniques to ensure understanding. Using clear and accessible language by avoiding medical jargon. Try using layman's terms to explain diagnosis and treatment plans. Encourage participants to ask questions and provide written materials for reference. Providing clear explanations about medical conditions, treatment options, and preventive measures. Use visual aids, modules, or videos to enhance the patient's understanding. Offer resources for ongoing education and support. Being cultural sensitive by recognizing and respecting cultural differences, asking about and accommodating cultural preferences for their care. You could also utilize interpreters, translated materials when necessary, providing empathy and emotional support to validate patients and their families' emotions, offering emotional support and resources for coping. Demonstrating compassion and understanding when explaining the importance of privacy and confidentiality. Providers should obtain informed consent before sharing information with family members or other healthcare professionals. Also, closing curtains or doors when examining to maintain the patient's privacy. When communicating with other colleagues, you should maintain a professional and respectful demeanor, communicating openly and transparently about roles and expectations while maintaining collaborative and supportive working relationship. Be sure to provide concise and relevant information in written and verbal communication for documentation. Being able to attend regular meetings to discuss patient care and coordinate interventions will that will help with a collaboration and ensure everyone is on the same page. Address conflicts professionally and promptly, using open communication to understand different perspectives. Provide comprehensive and accurate patient handovers during shift changes, and confirm understanding and ask for clarification when needed. Seek constructive feedback to enhance communication techniques. Finally, we will discuss the demonstration of effective writing skills in formal correspondence to convey information and ideas professionally. Clear, proper formatting, and audience awareness will be emphasized to enhance the impact of written communication within the healthcare field. Maintaining effective communication skills, ensuring that written communication is clear, accurate, and respectful. Avoid using language that may be misleading or biased. When disseminating research findings, present data truthfully and avoid exaggeration. Acknowledge the contributors and others appropriately, including collaborators and study participants. Demonstrating effective skills in writing formal correspondence is crucial in conveying information and ideas professionally. Here are key strategies to achieve this. Clearly articulating the main points without unnecessary complexity. Using straightforward language to convey information, avoiding jargon and over-technical terms. Ensure that each sentence contributes directly to the purpose of the correspondence. Using a professional and respectful tone throughout the correspondence is essential, while tailoring the level of informality to the recipient and the context of the communication. Following a standard business letter format or email structure, including an intro, body, and closing. Using heading, bullet points, or numbered lists to organize information logically. Maintaining consistent font size, and spacing for a polished appearance to ensure proper formatting is being used. A relevant and focused content shows that the content directly addresses the purpose of the correspondence, including only pertinent information to avoid overwhelming the reader with unnecessary details. Clearly state the purpose or objective of the communication early in the message. Choose appropriate greetings and closing based on the formality of the communication. Using titles and last names when addressing recipients unless a more informal relationship dictates otherwise. Sign off with a professional closing, such as sincerely or best regards. Proofread your correspondence carefully to eliminate grammatical errors or spelling mistakes. Consider using grammar checking tools to enhance the accuracy of spelling. Pay close attention to proper punctuality and sentence structure. Clearly state the purpose of the correspondence in the opening sentences. Use headings or bold text to emphasize key points and aid Summarize the main points in the conclusion or concluding paragraph. Audience awareness is important by tailoring the language and level of detail to the audience's background, familiarity with the subject. Consider any impact how the message is going to be received. Anticipate questions or concerns with the recipients may have or address them proactively. Being transparent about the information and address potential concerns or challenges upfront. Build trust by presenting information honestly and ethically. Provide contact information for additional resources for further questions or clarification. Clearly communicate any relevant dates, deadlines, or other time-sensitive information with patients that need to know. Express gratitude when appropriate, such as when acknowledging receipts of documents or cooperation. Use a polite language, including please and thank you, to convey respect. Ensure that the final revision aligns with the goals of the communication and effectively conveys the intended message. Throughout this video, the overall theme is the paramount importance of maintaining ethical standards in the healthcare research and communication. By prioritizing transparency, respecting participants' rights, and presenting information truthfully, healthcare professionals contribute responsibility to the advancement of knowledge in their field, building trust and safeguarding the well-being of those they serve.